That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Oh man. Hey Akihito. Tsukushi. So, boy do I have a lot to go over today, but at the same time, I gotta use the bathroom, and then we can get right into the stream, and I need to change like just a little bit, and then we'll be good to go for stream. So I will be back momentarily, and then like I said, we'll be good to go for stream. So don't you worry, guys. Just give me one moment. Alright. So, yes, this is the weird part because I've only ever done like this once before, I think. So basically, I'm going to move this out of the way. Over there. And then you guys have to be able to see the floor kind of like that. So if I'm here, like way back here, you're able to see, which I think would be fine. So if I just take and move that down like so, I'd be able to stay in frame and whatnot as I'm working. And then I'll use my phone for actual chat itself, and we should be good to go for the actual stream itself. I do need a... Sorry, I'm just tying my pants on. I need like a lid or a sheet or something to put what I'm about to dump out on, because my girlfriend just cleaned these floors and they smell so good right now, so I really don't want to ruin them at all. So like I need something to put down on top of them. But I have to look outside. So this is probably the best I can do. So if we put that there, I have toward the bed, I have more room. Okay, so like right there should be fine. All right. So today, my grandmother found in a garage sale some Legos, which is really nice because they're usually cheaper if you buy them like secondhand and whatnot, and not from like a dealer or anything like that. So I was able to get all these Legos that you're about to see me open for $40. They're originally being sold for $50, but my grandmother talked her down into doing it for $40. So I got this bag, a little bit up here, and then another bag over here for $40, and I should be able to at least get a relatively small pistol out of it, but we'll see as it goes. My general idea right now is I think I'm going to try to make my different usernames Glock. For now, that's what I'm thinking, but I got to get in and see what pieces we exactly have here and see what we'll be able to do from there. Hey, Opalnists, where do I buy a shoe wall? So you're talking about this back here. All that is it just hangs over a door for shoes. I bought that particular one at Target for relatively cheap. It wasn't thousands of dollars or anything like that. All right. I still don't want to like dump this out on the ground. So do I have like a small blanket or anything? Why are you stuck? What the heck? You should not be stuck on anything. Okay, this one will do. I'm going to grab a very appropriate color for this. I'm thinking we'll do the old-fashioned camouflage for this stream so that nothing bad happens. Dang, dude, you're already moved in. That's pretty impressive. So before I get into my day, because I'd really like to actually hear about your days in, go ahead and talk about how like all of that went down for you, because I know it's a lot to move into a house because I lived most of my life in Florida. I moved to Tennessee. I moved back from Tennessee into my aunt's house, went from there back into my old house down here, and then went from there into my grandmother's house, went from the grandmother's house into a camper, and then went from the camper into an RV. So I know exactly how it is to move, but I really like to hear about it. Where'd he go? Where's the floor go? Yeah, I know, right? I blend right into this. My pale white as shit skin blends right into this nice dark green, dark tan, and dark black and brown comforter right here. This is a very old comforter, by the way. This is one of my original comforters for my twin bed that I had ages ago. A long, long time ago. So we're just going to dump this out right here. There is an absolute metric boatload of parts in here that I realize that now. There's going to be a lot of pieces to have to go through here. Yeah, it's going to be fun. 2 trips, still got to clean the old house and unpack. Nice. Not bad, though. 2 trips is a lot nicer to have to go through than a lot more than 2, to be honest with you. I need a trash can because I'm just going to throw away everything that's not Lego and that I don't want to keep. Do I... Oh, my bad. Almost died. Put this off to the side. The person that my grandmother bought this from has, like, all of these instruction booklets from, like, all the sets that are supposedly here. I don't think all the sets are actually here. I'm not for a second naive enough to believe that, but at the same time, there is a whole bunch of parts here that I'm going to be using to basically make a gun out of as we go along. We have paler peeps here on the account that there's barely any sun. Where are you at in particular, Akihito? So, actually, I think we'll use the bin for all the parts that I don't want. And we'll put all the parts I do want up here. We'll be keeping any parts that I deem somewhat worthy. So, like, obviously, I'm not going to use this huge 8 wide by 10 long, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8, no, 8 by 8 piece here. I'm not going to use this on a gun, so that's going to go over here in the bin. There are some Mega Blocks mixed in here, which is the trash that I was talking about. There's some Connects mixed in here. I'm getting rid of that. That's not staying. There was a brick separator in here somewhere, and now I should have grabbed that before I dump all this out, because now I'm not going to be able to find it. Oh, I found it. Awesome. Because I'm going to need it. Because now I got to spend my time coming through and separating all of this crap out of here. Dang, that's not good to hear. I hate when stuff breaks in a move. I've had plenty of stuff happen to me like that. Believe me. A really dull part of England. I mean, England itself is dull, but yeah, I understand what you mean. So 16 by 16, dark gray base plate. These are really nice pieces, but unfortunately they're not Lego. I mean, this one looks so close to Lego, but it's not. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is at this point. And yeah, so I'm basically just going to be coming through, and all parts that I think we'll be using, I'll be leaving up here, but all the parts that I know for a fact we're not going to be using are going to go in the box behind me. So yeah, we'll also try to fix Captain Jack Sparrow up. Because he's missing a leg, which is really unfortunate. And then other than that, I think I would have a complete Jack Sparrow. I think. I'm not really sure. I'm not really into the whole Brickheads thing. But I would really like to get him back up and running because, I mean, he came with everything, so he would be free, which is no big deal to me anyhow. Dark blue is not a color that I plan on using, but at the same time, it's a 1x8 flat, and I kind of might need a 1x8 flat, just like this is a 1x10. So, like I said, any part that I think I might use, I'm going to throw up here, but everything that I know that I'm not going to, I'm not planning on keeping. This is interesting. I'm not sure though. I gotta unpack a lot of stuff. Yeah, believe me, a lot of my stuff, in all honesty, is still in storage from our moves because I just had a lot of stuff as well, man. Like a lot of stuff. Most of my Legos, my like actual Lego sets and stuff like that, are still in storage because I just really I didn't have a lot of room for it, and then my girlfriend moved in with me And the second that happened, I didn't have room for like anything because now you have to have her stuff with you. So I lost like a lot of room once that happened. Not that it was a bad thing. I'm just, now I live in my own apartment, so I'm kind of thinking about maybe I could go back and get all of my Legos out of storage, and I can go back to having my dream sorting, basically, because that would be really, really cool. I would love to go back to that. Trying to get all my stuff back up and sorted once more. Our house has well water. It stunk out the ass when I took a shower earlier. Okay, so fun fact for you, Zen, is I work for Orange County government of Florida in their water department. And I will tell you now that well water is incredibly disgusting, first off, because it comes out of the ground. Second off, if it's been sitting for a while, and this goes with any water, not just well water, it's going to stink really bad. If you go ahead and open up like your kitchen sink, your bathroom sinks, go outside and you open up your hose faucet on the outside wall of the house and you let the water run for about 15-20 minutes, it should help with the smell, because every single time we get called out with Orange County on a type of trouble call for basically water stinking, smelling really bad, it smells like rotten eggs almost, we basically just run your water to make sure that it clears up. So that's a little piece of advice for you. If it doesn't work, then, well, don't know what to tell you. I guess you should get on city water as soon as possible. Hi, just arrived. What exactly am I building? Not building anything right now. I'm grabbing all the miscellaneous parts, just like Akihito said. I just got $40 worth of Lego in, and there's just all sorts of parts here. So I'll be kind of coming through and getting ready for making a gun after this, but I need all my parts kind of sorted out so I know, which parts I'm going to use and which parts I'm not going to use. Chances are I'm not going to use too many of what I'm actually pulling out because not all of these would actually be useful. I'm also thinking basically primarily about making my different usernames. Glock is what I'm thinking about making in my mind. So that's kind of what the parts I'm looking for right now. But at the same time, that might not work out and we might end up making something else instead. I'm just not entirely too sure at this point in time. Yeah, and this is only one bag. There's still another bag that I have sitting over here of even more parts. So it is possible that I got more than what I paid for, thanks to my grandmother haggling the woman down from her price of $50. But, it's not a bad thing. I got what I wanted. My grandmother got it for a fucking screaming deal if I, get stuff out of it. And there's quite a bit of stuff in here. This right here is actually one of the parts that I was most concerned about finding. This wonderful bracket piece right here. This is a 2x4 bracket piece that my different username used on his Glock slide, and I didn't think I was going to find any because it's kind of a rare part, but I managed to find one in this set, or in this pile. So only one more of those, and we'll be able to basically complete the slide, because I think everything else is relatively simple after that. Wow, this is a very interesting police officer we have going on here. I'm not going to... Clearly, a kid owned this before me. I always pull out brackets and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm pulling out, the smaller 1x6 bricks and stuff like that. I probably won't end up using, but at the same time, just in case I need them, I have them. A couple slope pieces here and there. Normal bricks, things like that. Yeah, the smaller stuff, really. Like this huge wall piece, really not going to be able to use that for anything, so that's going away. These small 1x3 flat pieces that don't have studs on top, are incredibly rare for me. So as many of those as I can pull out as possible is great. And then I'm pulling out everything that I want to find like somewhat usable, because the more pieces that I have in one particular color, I know I can kind of almost color coordinate what I'm going for. I'm really hoping to be able to color coordinate this, surprisingly well. But it's kind of hard to be able to tell exactly what I can and cannot color coordinate until I have all my parts out in front of me. So as we go, we'll be pulling more and more parts out, throwing them up here, and getting them all sorted out here. So here's an interesting piece. It's a flex tube, and this is probably really difficult for you guys to see, so I apologize, but I'm not going to get up. It's a flex tube that has green on the inside. I wonder if this glows in the dark. It might glow in the dark, but I'm not entirely sure. That'd be really neat. Springs, something that I'm looking for in this, but I'm not too hopeful on springs. Like I said, I don't think I'll be able to find some, but it all depends on what sets are actually in here and what sets aren't, basically. So, like I said, this is just a setup pic of my closet on Discord. Let me check real quick. Nice. So what's interesting is I was at my previous job on Friday doing a couple other work, basically, like just kind of more maintenance, small jobs like that I usually do for them. And up on stage, they actually have a 4-string bass. And the second I saw it, my immediate thought was you, because you'd be able to play it, and I would definitely not be able to play it. But I was like, dang, that would be really sick to know how to play that. All this Technic stuff here, I'm not particularly interested in, because I don't think I'm going to be able to use it for anything. These two windows right here are really, really awesome. I really like those. They got the clear glass in them, so if I want to make like the acro for a red dot sight, that would be a fantastic way to start, thankfully. That's not Lego, so that goes in the trash. Every once in a while you get into these things here. I think this was an RV set from the looks of it. I think it may have come like this. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I need to learn, basically. I need to learn everything. Yeah, but I'm also... That would be awesome to be able to stream live music and playing together. That'd be great. Me personally, I'm not very musically talented, like at all. Like I'm trash at playing music. I don't understand a lot of music concepts or music theory or anything like that. So me personally, it's kind of more difficult for me to pick up on playing music opposed to some other people, basically. It's not a bad thing. It's just I'm a lot worse at it than other people are. This whole like contraption that they have built right here is incredibly interesting. That being the most interesting part of it, because they have this like tucked in here for some reason, but I don't really know why. But it's going to provide me with some parts, which is good. I'm seeing kind of what we need for the build for the Glock. I still haven't found another one of those bracket pieces, but The second we do, we'll be a lot happier. That's for sure. And, oh, okay, well, I literally say that and then find a bright yellow one. I like it for it to be in light gray. I don't think it's noticeable. But just in case it is, I would like for it to be light gray. That's a very interesting piece right here. I don't think I know what set that's from, but I think it's a jet ski. I don't think I'm going to be able to use it, but that's okay. Unfortunately, I hurt my thumb earlier today. I broke part of my nail, and it kind of screwed up my thumb just a little bit, unfortunately. So pulling parts apart right now is kind of painful. So I'm glad that I have the wonderful brick separator, because that's really kind of saving my butt right now. Oh, that's a helicopter set right there, from the jungle theme that they had not too long ago. I can play pretty much any instrument. The bad thing is I get distracted by another before I can get any progress done. I'm trying to learn the bagpipes currently. Dude, the bagpipes? What an interesting instrument to learn, to be completely honest. That's not exactly the easiest of instruments to learn from what I've been able to put together. I don't think it takes a genius to be able to understand that, though. I think it's just kind of universally recognized that they're incredibly difficult to learn. Mad respect, though, because a lot of people actually find the bagpipes to be incredibly annoying. Yeah, your neighbors hate you because they find it incredibly annoying that you're playing them, but, it's okay because no one cares about neighbors anyways, to be completely honest. So it's kind of, one of those whatever moments. I had a fantastic day today. I am really happy right now. This was one of those days that you kind of just needed, every once in a while. You just need one of those days that goes by really, really well for you. Ooh, snap. I got a 2x2 inverted tile piece. I don't have it any of those, so that's real nice. But yeah, I finally had one of those good days and that you kind of need every once in a while that make you feel really good on the inside. And I am feeling great right now because of it. Yo, man. Okay, so first off, no problem, man. Don't worry about it. I don't blame you for having to do something out there, actually having to go do something good. Today, the Volusia County Fairgrounds, which is kind of right up the road from me, it's about 30-45 minutes away from me right now, had a gun show that I ended up going to, and I found quite a few things that I needed, but didn't need at the same time. If that makes sense. So I did find some. Oh damn! That windshield straight up cracked. Holy crap! That's a bad windshield. Snap. I'm gonna keep it though. You never know when you might need something like that just for added effect or something. I don't know. So I actually went because I'm looking for ammunition to kind of stockpile a little bit and not, be out of luck if I ever need a huge amount, basically. Not building any gun right now, just pulling out all the parts that I'm going to need to build a gun. The gun that I'm kind of looking at building right now, whenever we pull out all these parts, is going to be my different username's Glock. Once we get done with actually pulling all these parts out and figuring out if I'm going to be able to color coordinate this in whatever color and whatnot. So I went in and was looking for ammunition. I found 200 rounds of 9mm Parabellum for my Glock 43 for $50, which was really good. I wanted that like immediately. And they were a lead cast, so I'm actually going to have to end up cleaning my Glock now because I don't need the corrosiveness of that destroying it or anything like that, eating at it while my Glock is just sitting here not being used actively. But that's no big deal. I can do that, no problem. And then the same guy has No. I'm sorry. It was a different guy. So I bought my 9x19 100 rounds for $50, which was pretty damn good. That's not Lego, neither is that. So I was pretty happy for it. Yeah. I also, there was another guy who was selling 5.56 by 45 or 223 Remington. They're basically the same thing. I know they're not, but they are at the same time. So don't persecute me or anything like that. But he was selling them for 200 rounds for $75, which is like 26 cents a round when you do the math, which is a really, really good price. So I ended up also buying 100 rounds of 223 Remington for my, or 200 rounds of 223 Remington for my AR-15. And then right after all of that, I kind of told my uncle that I'm really into shoot and trap, because it just, there's something about that final moment that you freaking nail a clay pigeon that feels so good. I don't know what it is, but I like it. So I told him that I was going to be looking for a 12 gauge. A semi-auto 12 gauge is what I was looking for, but I was looking for one that was, relatively cheap, so I didn't break the bank by spending thousands of dollars. And we ended up finding a Mossberg 590. Or I'm sorry. I'm trying to multitask. It's kind of hard, in case you can't tell. We ended up finding a Mossberg 500 with wooden forend and wooden stock. And the guy was selling it for $250. And that is cheap. And it was in decent shape. So I was immediately like, crap, I'm going to try to see if this guy wants to kind of work with me and bring the price down a little bit. I got him down to $220, and I was like, yep, that's good enough for me. Let's, yeah, I want that. So I also ended up buying a $220 shotgun today as well. That I really wish I could show you guys, but we went to the gun range right afterwards, obviously, because, this was kind of a big deal. And I ended up breaking it at the gun range, which is why I kind of understand why the guy was selling it for so cheap now, because, yeah, I broke it, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, you should definitely go to sleep if it's 1 a.m. Get some sleep in, man, before you have to get up sometimes. But it should be a relatively easy fix for what I ended up breaking. I broke the barrel nut. I'm sorry, it's not called a barrel nut. I broke the tube nut on the gun itself. But I suspect that it's been like this before because basically the tube nut is just stripped over where it connects to the action bar and kind of holds the pump in place. So Yeah, I did break a gun. I know. Yeah. I felt so bad too because I had 5 in the gun and I had shot 2, and then on the forward stroke to return it into battery, it just like usually on a pump action you go click and it stops, but I went click and then it just kept going, and I was just like, oh, that's not supposed to do that. And then I looked at it, and yeah, I had literally just the whole wooden handguard had basically come off because that barrel nut was stripped out, which is no big deal. I've already looked into fixing it, and it's basically going to cost me like $20 at worst, which is honestly not a lot of money because, I mean, shit, I got the gun really cheap for what it is. And it shot really well because I did end up shooting it about 15 times. Hey, Kukri, welcome back from Denny's, one of my least favorite restaurants to go to. So it does shoot. It shoots really, really well when it does shoot, by the way. I absolutely adored shooting it. This is my first pump action 12 gauge. Usually when I've shot shotgun, it's been my dad's Mossberg 390, I believe, which is a bolt action 12 gauge. Really old fashioned bolt action 12 gauge. And I really enjoy the bolt action 12 gauge, but for some reason, well, I know why. The pump action 12 gauge is way easier to shoot than that bolt action 12 gauge in terms of like not destroying my shoulder. Because the last time I was shot trap with my dad's bolt action 12 gauge, I shot about 50 clays, maybe 75 clays, and it just destroyed. It's called far stroking a gun. I don't know. It felt so bad when I did it. And then my uncle was ready to like throw the clay because he was using one of the handheld clay throwers. And he was like, what the heck? So he came over and looked at it, and it was immediately like, you freaking moron, why'd you break it? Yeah, so that was fun. I'm really happy though, because even if that's the only problem that the gun has, for $200, it's no big deal. I've taken a look at all the other furniture that I can already put on it if I don't feel like keeping the wood aesthetic of it, which is, it's kind of like this back and forth struggle now in my brain about how exactly I think it'd be pretty fine. Or I could go back to using just the wooden stuff if I didn't feel like going to the more modern look itself. I could, of course, always go towards the Magpul items as well. Not even go back to, Mossberg branded parts at that point. I'd be disappointed in the guy who sold it to you. I somewhat am, because when he sold it to me and we shook hands, he said, "I hope it treats you well." And I walked out thinking, it would be perfectly fine, 100% ready to go, and then I broke it. Yeah, I know. But at the same time, you know what? Wow, I found a Batarang. Neat. I kind of did buy it for that particular price, that type of problem should have been what I expected. I could have gone for like a little bit more expensive one that looked, newer, and that might have saved me some of this trouble. But it's just one of those. It is what it is. I do plan on keeping the wood furniture. I don't want to get rid of it because I do like the wood furniture. It's a real classic and clean look. I just know that the wood furniture that's on it right now, the forend at least, is, or if I still kept the wood portion of it off of Mossberg's website, does not have those lines in it up and down. It's just nice and smooth, and I didn't really want the nice and smooth. I kind of really wanted to have it as a kind of textured just a little bit because I would really like that. But again, it is what it is. I've seen on Mossberg's website they have this bright orange plastic forend for it as well that I have also debated on getting because I think that that would look really cool. But I don't think they have a orange stock for it because I would really, really like to have an orange stock for it if I go for it. If I get an orange forend, I gotta have an orange stock. Like, I can't just have a wood stock and an orange forend. That doesn't make any sense. So this is a very slow progress. I probably, honestly, if I just like started work on it now instead of trying to sit here and find all the parts, I might actually finish faster instead of this. So I've got a pretty decent amount of parts up and running, so I think that's probably not a bad idea. The problem is it's on my laptop, which is over there, and I need to work down here. And then I've got my webcam set up in a good spot as well, but we'll probably end up having to bring it down here. So how far do I have here? Okay, so I have some play. I'm sorry you guys are moving around and now you're staring at stuff that you don't want to be staring at, but you know how this type of stuff goes. What if I put you guys here instead? Okay. I could drag this closer to me, put it here, like so. Then take this, maybe go to this side instead. This is the problem, is this cord, like if it's hanging somewhere, it doesn't like stay. That is not bad there. I can do work and stuff like that. I'm fine with that. What's my favorite sandwich? What type of sandwich are we talking? Because it does matter. So yeah, basically just clarify what sandwich you're talking about, if you don't mind. We're talking subs. Are we talking like sandwiches I'd make at home for lunch? You know, what are we looking at here? We're about to have a long conversation about sandwiches, to be honest with you, because I like a lot of sandwiches. My favorite sub sandwich. Oh man. All right, if I'm going to Firehouse Subs, my favorite sandwich from them is the hook and ladder, because duh, it's fantastic. If we're going to Subway, it's a 7-grain bread, turkey with provolone cheese, toasted spinach with pepper and salt, and lots of mayo. Thank you, by the way. That's my favorite from Subway. If we're going somewhere that I really don't know if I'm going to like it or not, I'll go with their cheesesteak, because with me personally, cheesesteaks. I know there are different tiers of cheesesteaks. Like the cheesesteak connoisseurs are going to say, this is the best cheesesteak. That is the best cheesesteak. Me personally, I'm not really into like being the top-notch cheesesteak connoisseur. I'm really just looking forward to like the smaller stuff, basically. Like a cheesesteak to me is a cheesesteak. I'm not really looking for anything too over the top, with that type of stuff. So we're going to start on the grip of this Glock, which involves the 1x3 slope pieces. And the unfortunate thing is, I don't know how many of those 1x3 slope pieces that we have in the reversed sloping. So we're going to have to find some in here somewhere, hopefully. At least I hope we find some, because whatever we find, here's another one of those bracket pieces. Fantastic. Whatever color we find those two in is going to dictate what the rest of the gun color itself is in. So like I said, hopefully we find one, in a decent color. I mean, the first color we find, red. Fuck. I mean, I think we could do a red frame pistol, because maybe, I don't know, we'll see as things go. Mine is 9-grain wheat for honey wheat, cold cut combo, pepperoni, and toasted. Not bad. I don't know why, but me personally, I don't eat pepperoni on a lot of things. I found the other red one, but I really don't want to make it out of red, in all honesty. I think maybe pepperoni would be fine, but I don't eat a lot of pepperoni in the first place. I found white. I found one in white, but I also don't want to make it in white either, so that sucks. Red, black, and white are your favorite colors, and the second one that I pulled out is white. So thank you for jinxing me, you asshole. This sucks. These are not the colors that I need to be working in right now. Literally, gray, black, or light gray were the colors that I was going for. And then I get these. I found another red and another red. I have 4 red. Why? Why does this happen to me? I've just started working on it. I'm now looking for these parts in particular, but not in any of these colors, because these are not the colors that I want to build it in. Because those colors are going to determine the actual color of the grip and whatnot. It just really sucks because I don't want to do it in red. I don't think there's a whole... Yeah, there's some specialty colors in there that I don't need to be doing in red. It would be better overall if I could do it in just a gray, basically. But I don't know if I'll be able to find any. So I'm going to try to dig through this as best as possible, exhaust all my resources here. And if I don't find any in different colors, then I'm going to grab the second bag and we'll dump it out and go through it as well and hopefully find a different color. Hopefully. we will see as we go. Also, slowly but surely building up a suppressor, in case you haven't noticed. Just every once in a while throwing some pieces on to make it even longer, and by the end of all of our searching and digging for other pieces, we'll end up with what I'm guessing is going to be a pretty decent sized suppressor for the actual build itself. So it should be pretty fun. Right now, the part that we're working on is just the lower frame itself, because that's kind of really important. That's where a lot of the specialty pieces go, in all honesty. So we kind of have to start with that. I found another frickin' red one. Why? And I found another red one. Why are there so many red ones of these in here? I don't get this. Out of all the colors here, we end up with red. Favorite car, doesn't matter the brand. It does matter the brand to me, because I only like particular cars themselves. My favorite brand by far, even though I can readily admit that they are not the best brand, is Ford. I love Ford. I don't know what it is, but I like them. But I can still readily admit that Ford does not make the best products possible for what they are. So I do know that Ford does, in fact, kind of suck in their own ways, and some in other ways that other car brands suck and stuff like that. But I am well aware that they are trash. There are legit, like, no other ones of those inverted tiles that we have and really need in a different color in this file. They just do not exist elsewhere in this file. So we're gonna have to grab the other bag and see if we can fix that problem, basically. A lolly 02. Why do I hate red? Because I have to make, in order for it to look good, I would have to make the whole frame out of red, or at least just the grip out of red. And the parts that I'm looking at might not be able to do that. They might be able to, they might not be able to, which is why I don't really want to do it out of red. I want to do it out of the other colors that I have available to me, the gray and the light gray, or black, basically. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to find any. PP19 Bazone. One of my favorite guns to make. I don't think I have any of the pieces here, but the magazine itself, if you have those like huge 6x6 curved pieces, they're like perfect for doing that magazine, to be completely honest. Like, they're really good for that magazine. And then they're hollow on the inside, so you could put pieces in there, like bullets inside of it, which is awesome. Alright, here we go. Digging through our other bag. Looking for some other colored inverted parts here. Hey, I found another frickin' red one. I don't need more red ones, but That's what we find. Here's an interesting little boat. Yep, we're just going to dump it out. We're just going to dump it out. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's not looking too promising on that front. To try to find some inverted pieces in a normal looking color for a gun, at least. But yeah, so we'll just end up making a very interesting looking handgun, I guess. Yeah, those real big 6x6 curved pieces. Thanks for all the demonetization, you buttholes. Here, I actually found a 6x6 curved. So these pieces here, 6x6. If you could complete that circle right there, that's what I used for my PP19 when I made it. And it is perfect in terms of magazine. Why can't you just use the color that you have? Because it's in red, and I don't want to use the red because I don't know if I have all the pieces that I need for the red, to be completely honest. The good news is I found the cannon that goes in the cradle, so we now have a Lego cannon. So I can make a working shooting Lego gun using that. I found another red one. I have so many red ones. Well, I guess at this point, since this is looking so incredibly hopeless, we'll be making it in red, I guess, even though I really don't want to. Yeah, they're kind of hard to come by, but I figured if you had them, then they could be used in some type of way. All right, so first things first, killing myself because I don't want to fucking do this in red. Second thing second, now doing this in red. So yeah, what piece is this here? So 1x2, so I'm going to need 2 1x2s now, and it's going to have to be looking for bricks now, and they're the proper colors, and this is just going to be a pain in the butt. But should be fine. Should be fine. We'll see as things go, how this turns out for my sanity. Wouldn't be a bad thing if possibly we make the whole thing out of red, so it matches everything. That's not a bad thing. The problem is finding all the more specialty pieces that were used in red. That there is a problem, but we will see as things progress how it goes. Our suppressor, by the way, is ever expanding and growing bigger. Should be basically a full suppressor by the time we get done with all of it. So I'm coming through and just, wow, that's my Lego 2x2, but there's a whole bunch of like trash on it, so I don't want that. And I'll blame you then, Trey. Shoot, I have so many like inverter pieces I could probably honestly make the back portion of the AUG. I don't know if I'd be able to do the whole thing, but I'd definitely be able to do most of it. Alright, so that's that. The next piece that we're looking for, what is this? It's a 1x8 in the front. Yeah. I don't think I grabbed any 1x8s or anything like that. 1x6, but not a 1x8. So we're also looking for a whole bunch of pieces, basically. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that we need. Because I think the reason we are using this piece here is because there's something here, yeah, that we need to be able to retain there, I think. Hold on a second, let's get this out of the way real quick. Yeah, that definitely needs to be there still. How does this... How does that grip connection work? I do not know. Interesting. Interesting. What was I looking for again? What was I looking for on the end of this? Oh, so the piece that we're looking for is a red version of that, which, yeah, I don't think we have. Thank you for all the people who just said bless you, because I know they did it instinctively. I appreciate your hospitality. Ooh. See, all these people who instinctively said it are really kind. Well, we found Spider-Man. He's alive. Did I didn't find 2 white ones, because, I mean, we could possibly also do this in white. But I didn't find it in white. But I can't find the red. That is my problem right now. Because here's another white one of the exact same piece that I need, except in red. And I cannot find one. Keep finding more and more suppressor pieces as we go along as well. Sad part is, I know how popular of a piece this actually is, and still can't find it, because they use this same exact piece. Here's a black one, in fact. I just wish I could find the other ones. The other inverted slope pieces in black, that'd be great. Aha! Aha! I found the 2 inverted slope pieces in white. We have success. Because now we could possibly make it in white. Perfect. This is excellent. That goes just like that. Come around here. Look at this. This piece here goes there. Ow. That hurt. Kinda. Not really. Boom. And then... No, I'm not rainbowing it. I refuse. I got all these parts here. I got all the pieces I need. I just gotta find them. Just gotta find them in the right color, damn it. I'm not gonna rainbow it. I'm not gonna be the laughing stock of the server because I rainbowed this. It's not how this is gonna go. Can I pull this apart at all? So if I... Nah. Just go back over to this one. I know you guys can't really see what I'm doing, but just trust that I'm doing what I need to do. Alright, so now we need some white 1x8s. I think. Do they have to be 1x8? Yep. They do. So, let's go find ourselves some 1x8s. That is an interesting plate piece that I just pulled out. No, I'm not rainbowing it. I refuse to rainbow this. See, I'm already finding one of the 1x8s that I need right there. And then that's a 1x6, but I don't need that yet. I probably will, but not yet. So now I just need one more 1x8, and we can continue on. No problem. I mean, I've had Legos. Most of them are in storage, to be completely honest. This right here, my grandmother just bought for me today from a garage sale that she was able to kind of finagle her way into and get the person who was selling them to drop their prices. Take a look at this real quick. Oh, so why didn't I just look at it before? So this piece that we can make this in red because these two pieces here. Sorry, my nose is killing me. Like this back piece here can honestly be these normal pieces, these normal slopes. It doesn't have to be like the really more complicated one. So if we wanted to. Switching back to the color red. I'd really like to find just like two like that, but not Mega Blocks, because that's what that is. We are working on building My Different Usernames Glock in real life, which is going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Aha, finally. No, that's the same piece that I just picked up. Why did I think that that would be it? So, yes, my girlfriend just cleaned the floor up here, so. I have not. I did not know that they had a new album out, unfortunately. So now I don't even want to make that. So what if we just found something else to make instead of the Glock? Because if we find something better, that'd be great. It just came out yesterday. That's awesome. I will have to listen to that when I get a chance to. So, you know, what else can we actually make that would be fun to make? Ooh. Ooh. I have kind of a fun one. If I could do it, I would really like it because I think it'd be fun to just have if I could do it. Also, I'd really like to start drinking this. This is going to be interesting. Because, yeah. Definitely doing that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is the start of it. Boom, here's another one. If we could find maybe 2 more of those, that'd be great. I'm not going to find it. But I think it would have been really to make the Claymore from Rainbow Six Siege. That would have been fun. But I don't think I'm going to find enough red pieces to do all of that. So unfortunately, we'll have to find something else, maybe. Ooh, I could. Where was that at? I believe we would be able to do a H&K MP7, which I've already made before, but I think we could do another one, which would be really fun to do, to be completely honest. I'd really like to make it again. So for that, the question becomes, do I want to multicolor it or not? And I think the answer is going to be still no. But I think it's going to be fun to make, least to say. So let's get this show on the road for the MP7, because I'd really like to make the MP7 again. So what I'm thinking about doing to kind of help with our piece availability is opening up which parts we actually use to basically include basically any part that matches a couple color schemes, basically. So I'm thinking red, dark gray, and light gray would be look really good. Yes, no, we'll see how things go when we get down to the magazine, because I just kind of want to make the whole gun itself. Should be relatively simple to do. I say that before I even begin, and now I've probably jinxed it, unfortunately. But we will see as things go along. Like I said, I think we're going to stick to a red, dark gray, and light gray color scheme. And that should end up with a pretty badass looking MP7 when everything is said and done. If we only use those 3 particular colors, which is the goal. So let's try and see how far we get overall. It should be fun. Should be exciting, and hopefully by the end of tonight we have this beautiful new MP7. Hopefully. Like I said, we'll see how things go. It's probably not going to be symmetrical because we're going for just kind of, whatever pieces we find. But that is no big deal at all because it's definitely going to be fun while we're doing this. So we have nothing but 3s all the way down. Yeah, 4 3s straight down. And so far, every single one that I found has been light gray. Yeah, still light gray. So that's 4 light gray 1x3s in a row. Yeah, I had started doing that. That's what this all over here is. The problem is it was taking a really long time, and I kind of want to make something tonight. So I said, you know what? I'll just build and see exactly what I can get done and be done with it, instead of sitting here trying to fight it and everything like that. So I just started building. Aha! Our first 1x3 that isn't light gray. It's red. And another one that's not light gray, but dark gray. It's good. Color variation, good stuff when you're doing multicolor builds.
And I'm hoping that this one, the color palette that I've chosen, turns out relatively decent in the end of everything. What I'm hoping. We will see as we progress. I haven't stepped on any in the past half hour because I really have not moved from this spot this entire time. But my girlfriend will be home sometime soon and she'll have to come through somewhere. So we'll see how that goes. Inevitably, probably not good to be honest, but like I said, we'll see how that goes when she gets here. All right, so this go here. As go there. And we're already getting into flimsy territory, but oh boy, and then it explodes on me like that. Ah, God. Yeah, I knew that this was not going to be fun. I hate making grips like this while you're like just now starting out because like the smallest of pressure and the whole thing just. All right, so yeah, that's just a straight up and down. So let me get this lock in and I'll show you guys the progress that we have so far. Fudge. I'm breaking everything again. I gotta lock this down at the top too in a second. Hey, no problem, man. Take your time. I will probably still be here when we get back, depending on how well this MP7 really goes. We shall see. Okay. Still fighting things left and right because it's not locked in all the way. So I'm gonna try to lock what we have in so far of the grip down, and then we should be okay because I think up here on top we have this piece here, which is a 4 by 10, and I should have a 6 and a 4. I thought I had a 4 by 4 out. Yeah, right here. And then that's all locked together with a 10, which I think is that. Boom. So lock that in. That's a 12, but we'll probably still end up needing that because I use crap tons of those pieces, to be completely honest. I really shouldn't because of how insanely hard they are to find, but I do anyways because I'm stupid. Lock that in, and then we just need a 1x4, which we should be able to find. Yep, right there. So that is going here. When we get done with this, we still need to get this locked in. And what piece is this? That's a 1x4 that goes all the way across. Yep, so we need another one. And that 1x4 will actually end up locking this in place, which is good because we definitely need that. A wonderful stream. That's what you just came across. I'm working on making MP7 in real life using pieces that my grandmother just bought me. And if I can ever find this stupid 1x4, I will show you everything that we have so far. Hey, thanks, Aiden. Thanks for stopping by, man. I'll see you around from time to time. How difficult is it for me to find a stupid 1x4 of all things? It's a literal 1x4. These things should be everywhere. Yeah. I know, it is a lot. But I would really like your help when you get home. I would really appreciate it. If you don't mind, if you don't feel like it, then say no, but I would really like your help when you get home. Because I just cannot find stuff. Alright, that's everything that we have so far. That's relatively locked in. It's not perfectly locked in, but it's locked in. Let's finish off the bottom of this grip. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So we need to go 4 more down on this, which isn't too bad. Oh, alright, well, whenever you get home then, I'd really like it if you could help me. Whenever you get the chance. But definitely need to clean because I said that I was going to clean up that particular pan and then I never did. But it's only from last night, so it's not incredibly old. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 in total. That makes 2. If we put these in, 3, 4 down. So. Yeah, like I said, I will do them. I'm just sidetracked, I guess. I was gonna end up doing them tomorrow, to be honest with you. Dang, dude, Rip. I feel bad for you. Why is your water not working? Is there like a particular reason why your water's not working down there? Hey, Luke. Not sure, the water system is broken in the downtown area, so it's not working. Damn, I wish I knew. My whole thing with Orange County is actually doing water, so I'm kind of used to that. Yeah, man, real Lego for once instead of, you know, digital designer. I'm definitely breaking the mold here when it comes to building in real life. Let me tell you. We're working on doing the MP7. At least that's what I'd like to do. We'll see how that goes, to be honest with you. Oh, to avoid dirty water? So it sounds like your main may have broken somewhere, somehow, and just gotten a whole bunch of junk inside of it. It happens all the time, believe me. It's honestly no big deal, to be completely honest. Just use boiled water, drink out of the water bottles and stuff like that for basically however long they say. And by that time, you should be fine. They've probably already got a whole bunch of hydrants turned on in the area to start flushing the line of any of the dirt and stuff that's in it. And once they finish all that, you should be back to drinking water normally again. It's not a hard process. It's just very time consuming because of all the hydrants that you have to open, and it does take forever to do that. But like I said, it's not a hard process. It just takes a lot of time. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, so this 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 5 in total, which means this bottom layer is the layer that has the kind of flaring on it. So I should have some of these already ready to go. Yes, I do. You are correct. But this is also the ASMR Lego channel, so all these wonderful noises that all these Legos make when I do that, that's ASMR, in case you didn't know. It's been a long time since I've built with Lego, though. My grandmother just so happened to be able to find me some, basically today, that were relatively cheap, and she was able to buy them, so. I am quite happy because, you know, I'm now able to build something relatively big, but, you know, kind of simple at the same time. Is what we're going for. That's why I chose the MP7. So we'll see how things go. Hopefully I actually complete this. I don't have to destroy it or anything like that. You work in a Boba store? Dude, oh my gosh. I hate you. I love Boba so much. But the places around me that are like close by haven't been making Boba the way that I like it because it's like bland and not sweet enough for me. So like the one place that is making Boba that is to my standard, it's not far away, but it's not close either. So if I wanted Boba, I'd have to travel so far to get it, which really sucks, but it is what it is. Boba is like some of the best stuff in the world, dude. I love Boba. So there's 2 plate layers here, which is good because that'll help us reinforce everything nicely. As the reason why, I think my girlfriend keeps telling me that's the reason why they're not sweet enough for me. But I had some the other day that she's like, oh, well, try this. This might, help you with your pickiness, basically. So I tried it, and unfortunately, it was still not on par with what I wanted. So, yeah, I think it's what's considered the sweet stuff, but at the same time, it's like not sweet enough for me. So Boba, the best way that I've been able to describe it is it's just this round ball that goes in drinks, usually tea that you drink. And it's just like, it's a piece of solid that you suck through a straw, and then you kind of drink it, basically, with your drink as you drink. It's basically all it is. It's just really good. I personally only drink mine inside of Thai tea. That's like the only thing that I drink boba inside of because that's the only thing I like boba in. But it is really good. I work at 70s, so you have to ask for the honey syrup tapioca. It's an extra 50 cents. That's not bad. Because I know some places, they get, I guess, really stingy is the only way to say it. They turn into buttholes about it. It's traditionally an Asian thing. I'm not trying to stereotype or be racist or anything like that, but it is more Asian. It is really good. It is definitely something that you have to try. And I'm going to say it right now. I think you have to try it multiple times before you can form an opinion on it. Because one of my first times having it, it was absolutely disgusting to me, and I absolutely despised it. But then I went back another time, and I had it again. And I kind of realized, oh, no, this is actually kind of good. And then I had it again, and then that's when I was like, yeah, I could fuck with this. And now I really, really like it. So like I said, it's definitely something that you have to go back and keep trying, or sometimes change the spot that you're going to, because different places make it in different ways, and depending on which place you go to, it could definitely change your actual taste of it itself. Yes, I did see it. It is like night and day differences between when you first started and then since you've like updated it, which is, I love that type of stuff. It's the exact reason why I have my website, because I love to see that type of progression and seeing how you've gone from one to the next one. I just love that type of stuff. And seeing how you've improved and always gotten better and stuff like that. I just love that type of stuff. But I have definitely seen it. Not much to complain about as he's talking about his water having to get boiled and crap like that. Believe me when I say every time that has ever happened here where I live in Orange County, we have like thousands of people that call in and complain. And then depending on who they call, it gets like worse and worse for us as field services personnel. Because they'll like, there are some people, and it's really petty of them, but they'll like straight up call the mayor if they know him in some type of way and be like, oh, you need to get people out here ASAP to deal with this because this is BS. I pay for my water and like that type of stuff. And the unfortunate part is the mayor lets them get away with it because, you know, political favors and crap like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which, again, just really freaking sucks because then you're rushing out to this one person's particular house, even though you have, you know, 900 other people that you really need to be going to as well. But, you know, political favors are definitely things. So, this is our wonderful grip so far, looking good. I like the light gray, the dark gray, and the red. Should be really nice looking when we get done with everything. What's next here is a 1x and then a 2x8 in red, or whatever color that we may have a 2x8 in. So we definitely need to find a 1x. And our suppressor grows ever longer. Slowly but surely getting bigger. Boom. Perfect. A 1x2. I don't know if I'd answer that question. There's a 2x8. Goes there. So, those pieces, crap, I don't think I collected any of them, but I've seen a couple in here. Crap, well that sucks, because now I need them, and I really didn't look them up, so that sucks. There. I don't know if you creeped him out. I just Like, dang, I don't want to say that you DDoSed him, but shit, man. Or doxed him. But, like, fuck. Alright, now I gotta find, these two pieces here. Oh boy, another piece to add to the suppressor. So... these pieces are not going to be easy to find. Damn, well, at least you're not close to Bel Air. I was going to try to come find you or anything. Aha! I found one, but it's in black. And I don't need black. Dang it. Alright, well, I think this is what I'm going to end up doing, is ending the stream and basically sorting these pieces, because that definitely needs to be done. And then, yeah, we'll continue on from there another time. I think I'm just, I was spending too much time digging for parts and not enough time like actually progressing the build to be able to continue this stream, to be honest with you guys. Yeah, I definitely hate how most of them are AR-15 platforms as well. So that said, I'm going to go ahead and get off. Thank you guys for coming out and watching and supporting me. I really appreciate it, especially with, you know, kind of different content like this. Like, this isn't, you know, the most entertaining of stuff, so I really appreciate you guys coming out here and showing support. So I'll see you guys later in another YouTube video another time. Thanks for watching. And this is as far as we got with the MP7. And I mean, after everything is said and done, I might not even continue the MP7 because we might not even have enough pieces for it, to be completely honest. I'll see once I get everything sorted out. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to comment and subscribe for more videos similar to this one. I'll see you guys later in another YouTube video another time. Thanks for all the well wishes. I really appreciate it. All you wonderful chaps. Hopefully pops up on the stream. I'm just kind of waiting a little bit to see if my MP7 progress pops up. Because I don't know if it did or didn't, but just in case it didn't, just wanted to show you guys. Neat. Glad I'm ending the stream. Because nope, not getting into that.